All right, Coach, feel free to introduce your players.
All right, to my left is Shane Timmons, our starting right-handed pitcher for the second game today. To my right was our starting catcher, Ian Stewart, and to his right was our starting first baseman, David Baruch.
Awesome. And Coach, if you just want to give us kind of a quick overview about how this game went.
Yeah, today was a grind, and I'll start with Fresno Pacific. In our series, we played 6 games this year, and we split 3-3, and I think that's probably how it's been for years, almost decades now between Oscar and I and our regime here. You play 100 times, it's probably 50-50, and so you guys saw some quality baseball over the last couple of days with the 2 teams there. Today, we were able to sustain, and I mentioned this last night, from the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning with our at-bats in the first game. It led into today, and it led into that second game. There was no excuses. We obviously had an early day today, and I talked about that and alluded to that yesterday. Our guys had more juice and more fire today maybe than they did yesterday, and they didn't panic at all, right? When you're sitting there as a young man, and we're seeing it right now, when you're potentially playing your last game of the year, you might panic and you might try to do something different. You might try harder or do something out of character. We were in character, we were having fun, we were playing hard, we were playing fast, and the guys had a good time. They did all 4 phases today. The pitching, our pitching was outstanding both games today. Offensively, we were tough outs, we were taking the free bases and we're hitting the ball hard. We played the heck out of it on defense, and we ran the bases really, really well. And so we just put a lot of pressure on the teams that we play today, and it's all due to the guys and their preparation and their mindset. And so moving into tomorrow, I'm really looking forward to them to continue to do that, getting some rest and just playing with the right mindset.
Okay, and Shane, great job today on the mound. How do you prepare before a game to get your mind right and everything going your way?
We always have a routine that we have as pitchers, and just having that routine, even though with the short amount of time, with the bus being a little late, it's easy to do, and I've done it so many times, and knowing that I have a catcher, Ian, who blocks all the balls that I throw, and I know he's going to do his job, it's awesome to have.
And then Baruch and Ian Stewart here. How did you guys feel? I mean, Baruch, you hit that double to, I think, take the lead for CUI, and then how did you feel about that?
I felt great, just sticking to our process, as Coach says, just really sticking to what we practice, and we have that contagious energy once we get going, and I was just riding that.
Okay. And then Stewart, what do you think was the key turning point that changed the game and your guys' momentum to just streamline for that win?
I would say our key momentum was when Baruch got that hit, but also with Shane just consistently going out there, throwing strikes, getting out of those innings, and doing what he does best, and that's pitching, first pitch strikes, and letting our defense work. And I believe that's where we got all of our energy from, was from our defense, which turned over to our offense.
My question really is for Shane and Coach both, and it's got to do with your staff as a whole, because what we've seen out of you in 3 games now is really strong starters that have come out and just gone a lot of innings, 9 innings in one case, and what is it about your program, what is it about your approach that allows you to have that kind of success, that kind of production out of your starters?
I'll let Shane go first, and I'll follow it.
I think especially our offense, we scored that many runs in the game, later in the game, it gets a lot easier to pitch. I throw less pitches usually, and it's happened multiple times where we're up 10, and just going in inning after inning, it gets a lot easier, especially how our offense has been producing runs.
Yeah, for me, a little side note, he didn't know he was starting. We had a 45-minute bus ride from where we're at. It was about 15 minutes the last 4 times we came here, but it was 45 minutes. And we get here and we know who we're going to play, and I kind of tell the guys that Shane's starting, and so he didn't have much time to probably get mentally ready. He probably had an idea he was pitching, but going to the success of what our 3 guys have done so far in this tournament and our pitching staff this year, there's a lot that goes into it in the weight room on our 7-day program. Our bullpens, throwing multiple pitches for strikes that you guys have seen this weekend so far. And so when you're a pitcher and you can throw 4 pitches for a strike, not just one, at any time and any count, it's going to be pretty challenging for the hitters. And so, and then they groom their body to be so physical, to be prepared to do what he did today, and the other guys have been able to do at this time of the year, right? You typically don't see the amount of innings or the amount of pitch count early in the year or mid-season part of the year, but this is the time that you're probably going to see that. And I'm a little bit old school there. Like, I'm not looking at the pitch count all the time. I'm looking at the consistency of the pitches and the consistency of the swings that the opponent might be taking. And so if our guys are out there and they're throwing quality pitches and the hitters are showing that they're not seeing it very well, they're going to stay out there. Got plenty of trust of the guys down in the bullpen, but the guy with the ball on the mound is the most important guy. And if he's giving us the best chance to be successful, he's going to stay out there. So, and it's a two-way street when you're out there. It's not just me and Coach Harrison, who helps me with pitching, and Coach Jones calling the pitches. It's them also having the ability to shake, and it's all of us collectively with Ian, too, behind the plate, and our other catchers on trying to get the guy out. And so there's a lot of trust built in that and respect and trying to throw the quality pitches to get guys out.
Excellent. Maybe looking towards tomorrow a little bit. Tomorrow's championship day, and you guys have a task of going up against Point Loma and trying to take 2 from them. So what are your thoughts going into that? What's your approach?
I'll let you guys go and I'll follow up.
I mean, it's just another team. We know what we can do. We've worked very hard all year, starting in fall, and have pushed ourselves and got ourselves prepared for this game. It's just another game, and it's another thing that we got to win.
Okay.
Definitely. Like we always say, 1 pitch at a time, and we're not playing another opponent. We're playing the baseball. So tomorrow's no different. We're going to go out there and leave everything on the field, give it our all.
Yeah, as long as we're in character, kind of like I alluded about today. If we're in character tomorrow, it doesn't matter who we're playing. We saw them a little while ago, and I'm sure they're over there kind of wanting to see us again because of what happened in that series. But it all really doesn't matter, right? We're trying to win the first pitch and the next pitch, and however it shakes out, it shakes out. We know what's in front of us to continue to play and play with one another another day, another game. We know what's sitting there regionally in order for us to have an opportunity to keep playing after this weekend, which a lot of me doesn't agree with, but we'll take what's in front of us and control what we can, and we'll see what shakes out tomorrow.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
you being here.